can provide amazing photographs. So for instance, these are some photos of early 1900s child laborers by Lewis Hine. He was a very famous photographer. So as you can see, these very little kids are standing in mills and they have to work, and this boy, he's selling newspapers. So it's a really interesting, you can look at these photographs and think, what is the context of these photographs? Where did they come from? Who are the kids? So the internet can provide lots of amazing photographs, source documents such as journal entries and letters. So this is a page from the journals of Lewis and Clark, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm not sure what kind of bird that is, but it's a very interesting looking one. And treasure troves of accurate information. So what's some of the information that you might be able to find on the internet?
Like say if you didn't know who the president was before he was the president.
Maybe if you didn't know who the, did you say 40th president?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe if you didn't know maybe what number president. So for instance, if your teacher says find the 40th president, you might be able to look up the 40th president and learn more about the 40th president. So yeah, you could use an assignment like that, look it up, find information. The internet is a great way to get these kinds of facts that can help you in many different ways. So in order to weed out the bad sites and get a wealth of good information available, we get to play detective. A good researcher looks beyond the surface and below the surface to discover the truth. So today we'll learn some tricks for spotting out, or for spotting hoaxes and hoaxers. So people who are trying to trick you. And we'll also learn basic tricks that you can use to discover information. So your most basic and important research tool is your, any ideas? Your most basic and important research tool is your brain. Oh, you know, that is a good one. Yes, you are right. How about your, on the internet though, and since you cannot find a brain on the internet, or, well, you can, but, I mean, outside of your own brain, which is a very good one, what on the internet is your most basic and important research tool?
Ask.com.
I'm sorry?
Ask.com.
Oh, what's s.com?
Ask.
Oh, ask.com. That is very, search engine. So ask.com would be an example of a search engine. That's a perfect example. So when you're on the internet starting your research, the place that you go first is probably your search engine to type in a search. So ask.com is an example of a search engine. And there's also Ask Kids. There are lots of search engines, some of which are actually designed for kids. So Google is the most famous search engine. Other search engines include Yahoo and Bing. There are also special search engines for kids like Ask Kids and I think YouHooligans. So you could explore these different search engines, and sometimes if you type in a word and you compare the results, see which links are different if you use the different search engines. So that could be kind of fun. So can anyone name a search engine? So you already said ask.com. What's an example of another one that I haven't listed here? Any other search engines? That's not actually a search engine. That's an online encyclopedia. What is a search engine? So a search engine is one where you have something where you type in a word and it looks and it provides you with a list of links.
Dictionary.com.
That is an online dictionary, but it does have some search engine-like capabilities. It's kind of, or at least in the reference section, it kind of finds links that have to do with the word from a certain area. So that is kind of like a search engine, yeah. So there are many different examples of search engines, and some of which will be useful and others maybe not as much. But even if you choose the right search engine, it doesn't guarantee that you'll immediately find all of the information that you need. For example, let's pretend that you are writing a research paper about Paris, France, and the French Revolution. So I'm going to go into Google, which is a fairly basic search engine. So let me open up a new tab here. So if I go to Google and I type in Paris, then I get a picture of Paris, France. I get the official website of Paris. I get a Wikipedia article. I get Paris travel information, travel guide, and there's a picture of Paris Hilton there. So if I were looking for French history from Paris, do I want to be seeing a picture of Paris Hilton? No. Yeah, if I were looking for information about Paris Hilton, maybe. But if I'm looking about French history, if I type in Paris, I get travel information. I get Paris Hilton. So you get lots of things, and you turn up over 5 million websites, blogs, and wikis. That's a little overwhelming, right? Do you have time in your day, if you're writing a research paper, go through 5 million websites? No, probably not. So, unfortunately, most of them don't have anything to do with French history. There was travel sites, Paris Hilton, Paris Las Vegas Hotel. So how do we narrow our search and get rid of Paris Hilton? Does anyone have any ideas?
Use more detail when you're typing.
Use more detail when you're typing. Very good. So I could narrow my search. I go to the internet again, and maybe I search Paris history, and then I might get a Discover France.net history of Paris, France, Lonely Planet travel information. So the travel, what would be good about going to a travel site and finding information on Paris, and what might be bad?
Go to a travel website, look at the road directions, and they end up somewhere else.
Well, if you go to a travel website looking for information on Paris, it might provide you with some good information about Paris and Paris history, but it's also trying to sell you something, right? So sometimes when you go to websites, you can find good information, but they're also trying to do something else. But if you narrow your search, if you do Paris history, if you do French history, you go and get more targeted results. You can also try, so here's what a narrowed search might look like. And let me go into full screen. Okay, so if you narrow your search, you might go from Paris to Paris, France. You might go to Paris French Revolution in order to get more results. You can also try searching a trusted website such as pbs.org or britannica.com, right? So instead of using the general search engine, you might go to a website you already know and trust. So let me try PBS. So maybe they have some information about Parisian history. So if I go to pbs.org, and let me search French history, and see if they have some results. So it looks like I'm actually getting quite a few different ones. Equality for all, Toussaint Louverture and the Haitian Revolution. So that's one from Haiti. And then I also have how the French joined with the Americans. So there are quite a few different results. Great. So when you go to a website that you already know, trust me, you're able to maybe get around more easily, and you're able to find results that have more to do with your topic. Maybe if I went to a history website like history.com, I could also find more about French history. Alright, so these are some search tools you can use. Go on your trusted website. Using a more specific search in a search engine are good ways that you can find meaningful information.